Right. So you would think, I would think that the union would be more aggressive. The union thought their role in this is you don't want the longer suspensions, you don't want the longer punishment. Fine. Stop this before it starts. You've got to go, if you're, either you're going to accept longer punishment, because someone is going to get tragically hurt. I think that's inevitable at this point. Or you make it clear to players, you handle this internally, essentially, so that this isn't happening.
Well, how do we handle this? Like, meet out back?
Yeah, right. No, I mean, like telling your own, this has to be your union reps on every team. We're not doing it. We're not throwing at people. You can brush a guy back. That goes back 100 years. I don't care. I'm not talking about that. It's throwing at heads. We need to see pictures that we're not doing that. I don't care if you're ordering me to throw at this guy's head. I'm not throwing above the neck, because that's where you're going to go.
Does a real manager really say throw at the head? I mean, do they really? Do you know? I mean, I have to name names, but do you know, like somebody who's basically said, I don't want it in the chest, I don't want it in the butt.
Knock him down. I hear that stuff secondhand. So, take it with a grain of salt.
Right. But
it's knock him down. When you knock him down, you're throwing at him. You are aiming to hit somewhere.
Right.
Whereas to me, throw inside. Throwing inside is part of the game anyway.
Oh, you have to.
Back him up, get his feet moving. That's real baseball. All right, now you've backed him up, and now you can pitch outside. That in, out, up, down, that goes back way before I was born.
Sure.
So that's real. And it also accomplishes, like, you want to send a message, it's fun. Back him up a little bit. Don't throw it his head.
Keith Law here on the Rich Eisen Show. Again, Smart Baseball, you get it in bookstores and also on Amazon, et cetera, here on the show. So when it all comes down to it, though, Smoltz came on the show yesterday. We had somebody calling in earlier. Get rid of the DH. Put the pitchers in that batter's box, and they'll be less inclined. We're seeing, we haven't seen any of this stuff in the National League. Right. It's all it's all Red Sox and Orioles. It's all American League. Why does the DH last still to this day? What do you think?
I think because it's more fan friendly. It's more offense drives attendance, it drives ratings.
Okay.
That's generally been true. And pitchers don't hit. I mean, they can't. I think the quality of pitching is so good that asking a pitcher, that's a full-time job, to also be a part-time hitter.
Right.
None of them hit.
Well, it's also 15 gigs, right?
Yep.
Too, that the union would fight against.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering.
High-paying gigs, generally. That's good money. That extends the careers of
David Ortiz.
A lot of players, you can't. Carlos Beltran can't play the field anymore.
By the way, how about that? Did you see? Here, I favorited it. You're the perfect person to ask this, Steve Law. I was going to ask you guys this too. I'm totally spitballing here and throwing it out. I favorited this last night. Carlos. I hope I did. I think I did. Carlos Beltran. Yeah, here it is. Carlos Beltran now has as many extra base hits as Pete Rose and as many career doubles as Dave Winfield. Is he a Hall of Fame?
First ballot for me, no doubt. And one of the greatest base stealers in baseball history. He's got the highest percentage success rate of anyone who's stolen a lot. I think he's got 400 or so. He's an unbelievable player. He's just kind of always been a little below the radar. But then you look,
the quintessential Carlos Beltran moment is him staring at a third strike in the playoffs.
Yeah, because that's the whole concept that a Hall of Famer, you need to at least say that was his big moment.
Was it 1 year or 2 years before that, he had that playoff run for Houston?
Home run?
He was the animal for 2-3 months.
Yeah, nobody remembers that.
See, you had to bring that up. The author of Smart Baseball had to bring that up. No, but what I'm saying is the average fan doesn't look at Carlos Beltran and think that. But when I saw that last night, I'm like, as many extra base hits as Pete Rose.
I don't think anyone would have thought that.
And Dave Winfield, I always remember one of my favorite moments after being a Yankee fan is when his helmet would fall off his head as he's rounding first to second.
Yeah.
His helmet would just fly off his head.
3 strides for
huge man who could have played football or basketball. Should he have chosen to, is getting into second base. Big Dave Winfield.
I love Winfield. I'll throw one more. What's Adrian Beltre? He's a no-doubt Hall of Fame. You ask people in the industry, absolutely no-doubt Hall of Fame.
Do you ever vote on this?
I have one more, not this winter, the next winter.
Why? Are we going to make this accountable here? Are we going to make people accountable? Like their ballots are out, they're not tweeting it out, but it gets sent out?
I believe so.
And if somebody leaves it completely blank, like God bless Maury Chass and all these, I mean, they lose it. Can we kick people people out? Can we do this in the Baseball Writers
No one's
Association?
been kicked out except Dan Levitard for
He gave it a dead spin, right?
Yeah.
Right. Uh-huh.
And you lose it if you don't cover the sport for 10 years. You're out of that employment.
Right.
You will lose your ballot after that. Otherwise, you have it.
But if we're making a statement here and we're leaving it blank,
I'm
whatever.
with you. I've argued
Come on.
it. I've argued people have done it out of spite. You know, I just don't want. Well, people don't want me to vote. Murray Chass wrote. People don't want me to
I know,
vote.
Mo Murray did it I read him for years.
Yeah.
You know, here's what'll happen. Run this up the flagpole.
Yeah.
If they don't vote, they hand in a blank.
A blank, yeah.
Okay.
Which is voting in their eyes.
Then Mike Del Tufo, right over there, gets to vote for that. You're in charge of that ballot.
You gotta fill the ballot, though, right? 10 names.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, then we're good. I'm good with that.
And this is a guy who can, if you need his resume about what he will tell you himself and automatically inflate it.
I invented baseball.
There you go, right there.
Well, we know Abner Doubleday didn't.
Well, I mean, you're from Jersey, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Tufo named one Hall of Famer that's been voted in the past 3 years.
Oh, come on. Don't say that to him. He's like,
Come on, Mike! He wore his hat backwards.
that doesn't help. Junior.
My job is
Can't give you Junior. I have his autograph. That's right.
I was Junior, yeah. I should know that. Sorry we brought you down to our level,
That's
Keith.
okay. I enjoy it.
Good. Go buy Smart Baseball. Keith Law, come back anytime, sir.
Thank you.
Enjoy our chat. You bet. Dory Jackson and also still to come in studio, Chuck Todd. Come on, Mike. I'm sorry. I want you to get a ballot.
John Smoltz, he was on the show yesterday.
Your call's next on the show.
Attention. This is the Rich Eisen Show.
Dig that.
Fox Sports Radio.
Look, I love when the Blue Apron box comes to my house because I know it is filled with ingredients of recipes of meals that I personally handpick from their websites. I'm more of a fish guy. I like the chicken dishes. Sometimes I go a little bit off the diet and have some fun by choosing something for Blue Apron because it's always fun when it comes to the house. And I cook it with my kids, my wife. We have a good time. And the recipes, they take less than 40 minutes to prepare. The ingredients are fresh, easily marked, so it's easy to do. And you could try stuff like beef teriyaki stir fry with sugar snap peas and lime rice, or 3 cheese and baby broccoli stromboli. It is so good, and you're going to love the way it tastes and the way it feels to get Blue Apron delivered to your house for less than $10 per person per meal. Check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals free with free shipping when you go to blueapron.com/Eisen.